We will be able to share a link with you after the event is complete. We welcome you to revisit the content later. We also invite your feedback. Please look at the Q&A and chat box on the screen. If you think of a question for the speakers at any point, just type in there and we will take it up at the end of the webinar. We have disabled annotation and muted everyone for a truly immersive experience. For the speakers, you are requested to switch on your camera when your name is taken in the introduction. This will be followed by a 10-minute presentation. In case the time limit is exceeded, I will switch on my camera as a gentle reminder. Let me now, without much ado, move forward with a brief introduction of our august and remarkable lineup of organizations this afternoon, doing some exemplary, inimitable, and incomparable work under the leadership of their founders. On a lighter note, this lineup of speakers has been collated, not based on any particular order. If, however, you are the first in line, it is due to our digital designer's credit. So here we go on board. Brace yourselves. I'll start with the Big Red Group. An education firm building students to build fundamental skills critical for personal growth workshop, undergrad mentorship, and student athlete management in partnership with Harvard, MIT, Oxford, and Cornell. We have with us the presenter, Mr. Rishi Jalan, who's the founder and CEO, a graduate from Cornell, thereafter majored in economics from New York, named the New England champion and all scholastic athlete by Boston Globe. I request Sir to take the platform for the next 10 minutes.
Sounds good. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rishi. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that lovely introduction. Hopefully, I won't really make it boring for you guys. I have just one video for you to just have a quick look about what the Big Red Group really is. Before I start with the video, I'll just give you a quick background once again to all of you students. My name is Rishi Jalan. I am from New Delhi. I'm a squash player as well. I used to play squash for India in the juniors, and that gave me an opportunity to go to a high school in the US first, and then go to the college in the US, where I went to Cornell, and I graduated with an economics and government major. Now what we try to do with the Big Red Group here is, of course, work with young students like yourself. Most of our programs, I'm not sure what age group the students really are here. I see a lot of younger students as well, but most of our programs are for grades 7 to 12 or grades 8 to 12 mostly. And that's a quick background about myself. So I'm just going to actually share my screen, show you a quick video, and then after that, of course, begin talking to you about our programs and everything that we do. Is their true potential. The Big Red Group helps students realize their true potential by connecting them to the best and the brightest minds in the world. Redefining learning beyond the classroom, our programs, workshops, and courses are designed to help young students adapt to a dynamic global world. Offering an inclusive platform, our expert tutors and mentors have come from the world's most prestigious universities and top-tier companies. Their unique knowledge and insight will give you the edge to stand out and realize your dreams. The Big Red Group has supported thousands of students to achieve their goals and aspirations. Creating an environment where learning, innovation, and leadership meet, we nurture, guide, and encourage our students to break limiting barriers and pave new paths. Think, communicate, collaborate, and eventually lead with the Big Red Group. Okay, so that was a very short video that I want to showcase to you guys. By a raise of hands, because I know that you guys can still see me. Are you able to see the website as well? By a raise of hands, because I know you guys can't speak really. Okay, perfect. So what I'll give you a quick background, and then of course I can share my screen again so that you have attention on me first. So as written and as you saw in the video, we at the Big Red Group sort of connect young students like yourself with some of the best programs around the world. We have an upcoming program called the Harvard While C. Unfortunately, the applications have been closed for it on the 1st of May, but you can always go in and apply, and hopefully for the January session, you can register and sort of apply for the program. Other than that, we have very cool courses in robotics and technology with MIT. One is on something called health wearable tech, and the other is on biomimetic motion. I know it sounds a little complicated, but I will give you a link, and you'll be more than, it'll be much easier if you go on the website once I showcase it to you. Other than that, we also have programs on communication. I know communication is a big thing, for young students here. Everyone wants to become a public speaker or become a confident speaker. We have been working with a very world-renowned theater artist called Shaz Manekshaw. So she's going to be leading that course starting May 15th. So please make sure that whoever wants to sort of become a better public speaker, wants to understand a little bit more about theater and drama, that's the course for you. And the last, one of my favorite courses that we are also offering is called the Ivy Early Entrepreneurship Program, which is basically a business program for young students. So we have, again, mentors and people who have graduated from top colleges, from Harvard, Princeton, Yale, and are running successful companies. They sort of come in and talk to young kids like yourself about the entrepreneurship and the startup world, around the globe. So let me share my screen again. So if you'll go to our workshops here, you can see we have 2 workshops with MIT. I'm so sorry if whoever the host is, if you could stop the annotation, that'll be great. But anyway, I'll continue with, if you see, we have 2 workshops with MIT and the Nuvo Innovation School, which is on health wearable tech and biomimetic motion. We have the Harvard Leadership Conference, which is taking place in June. But as I said, unfortunately, the applications have been closed for that. But please feel free to go on the link for this year's application, and you can fill it out so that whenever we have the Harvard conference happening again in the month of December, you can again come in. Then, as I told you, we have something called the Early Entrepreneurship Program. I'll have a quick, again, a small video on it, and let me just showcase it to you so that you have an idea what we're talking about.
Totally amazing, and the fact that we got to collaborate with so many different people who have so many different views was amazing. And I feel like interacting would really help us. The knowledge we gain from our mentors is definitely that way we got to look at the problems we chose from so many people's views and different perspectives was truly amazing. I think that being
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. But to give you guys a brief background again, what I spoke about, we have around 4 to 5 courses coming up this summer, which covers, as I said, technology and robotics, which covers the leadership conference with Harvard, the entrepreneurship program, the effective communication program with a world-renowned theater artist. And other than that, we have a few, free webinars that we are doing for students. And you can go on the masterclass tab of our website and sort of have a look. I would encourage all of you to really look at all the courses, whether you're working, interested in entrepreneurship, communication, or technology. I think you'll find something that will catch your fancy within the Big Red Group. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But hopefully, I'll see a lot of you in our programs. A few of the students have already registered for us from your school, so that's really nice to know. And hope that you have a very fruitful summer ahead. So on that note, I'm gonna sort of stop sharing my screen. If you have any questions at all about the entrepreneurship program, I'm just typing in my website's name on the group chat. So please go on there, just copy paste it, just go on the website, browse through, see what you like. But if you are looking to get top mentored, from top students and professors from around the world, the Big Red Group is a place. And hopefully I'll see a lot many of you in the coming days and coming months. That's it from my side. Happy to take some questions if you have, and you can also put it on the chat if you want to.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed very encouraging and informative.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Hopefully, as I said, you have my website name. I was like one of you. I really did not know a lot about education in the US earlier, and that's why I sort of was a bit late to get to that pathway. But I'm more than happy to talk to young students yourself who would be aiming to go to an Ivy League college, go to a Cornell, go to a Harvard. I'm here to tell you that it is possible, because I was in your boat, not so long ago. I might look old now, but I'm still like just 30. So hopefully, a lot of you will get encouraged to do these courses, meet fantastic mentors from around the world. And as I said, most of our programs are for grades 8 to 12. I do see a lot of younger kids as well. But hopefully, if not this year, we'll see you some other time. But thank you so much for organizing this. Really happy to be here, and ready to take on any questions.
Thank you, sir. Next.
Sorry, I had one question about, are you trying to tell that Big Red Group is a website? Big Red Group is an organization, right, where we hold programs for young high school students with the best mentors from around the world. Of course, I gave you access to my website because, of course, everything is digital these days. And rather than me boring you with something or the other, it's much better for you guys to go and explore the website yourself, see the kind of courses that we're doing. And of course, if you have any questions, you can direct it to your teachers in school, or just email me on rishi@thebigredgroup.com, right? So all of these things are there. Any other information, just please put it on the chat and I'll directly chat with you over there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Flame University. It is a private co-educational, fully residential, liberal education university in Pune. Flame acronym's full form is Foundation for Liberal and Management Education. It is a pioneer in the liberal education sector in India and a hub for rigorous and a diverse course offerings at both undergrad and postgrad level. We have with us the presenter, Ms. Neha Modi, Assistant Manager, Admissions Outreach. Ma'am, I would request you to share the screen with us.
Sure, thank you so much. I hope my screen is visible. Okay. Right. My name is Neha Modi, and I'm here to represent Flame University. Firstly, I would like to thank Ms. Preeti for sharing this opportunity with us today. Flame is a liberal arts university which is based out of Pune. We have a beautiful campus which is spread over 65 acres. Flame was established in 2007, and we have been into this liberal education for about 13 to 14 years now. So before we jump into the program information, I would like to just give you a brief about liberal education. So liberal education is basically, it's not a subject, it's not a degree. It's a curriculum, it's a concept that we follow to offer various courses together from different disciplines. Liberal education is basically, it's a platform which will allow you to explore and explore different courses before you narrow down to your specialization. Because at the age of 16 or 17, when you are in your 12th standard, it is almost impossible to decide one specialization or decide one career path. That's where liberal education plays an important role, because it will allow you to explore before you confirm your specialization. So as you can see here on the screen, today I'm going to talk about the online summer immersion program that Flame offers. The program is scheduled for 6 days, starting from 21st to 26th June. Students who have completed their grade 9, 10, and 11 are eligible to apply. The idea behind the program is basically to give you an understanding of liberal education. You will understand the concept by going through different modules. We will be taking you through some of the academics and non-academic modules as well. I'll share the details about the modules as well. So as you can see here on the screen, during this program, you will be exposed to multiple areas, which include psychology, technology, writing, environmental conservation, arts, dance, and so on. The program is an assurance of opening doors to view knowledge through a broader horizon, and also with the commitment of making learning as fun and enriching. The program will also open the opportunity for all of you to meet and network with friends from different states of India. The experience is going to be very holistic because we are going to take you through different modules, which are mentioned on the screen. This is something which will help you to understand the concept and also the curriculum that Flame follows. So through this program, you will also be able to meet the faculties, interact with them. The sessions are going to be very interactive and very interesting. And at the end, you also get the participation certificate, which will be, I'm sure, very important, and also benefit you in terms of profile building as well. So talking about the admission process, it has got only three simple steps. The first step is to make an application online. The second step is that you have to submit your mark sheet. Second step is that you have to submit your mark sheet to the admission ID. You have to submit last 2 years mark sheet. Once you're done with the submission of the application and mark sheet, you can then make the payment through NEFT or through a check or demand draft. The overall program fee is 25,000 rupees including taxes. I'll be sharing my contact number and will be sharing the brochure link as well with you. So if you have any questions about the courses, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was indeed very informative. Next, we have Gyansthan Education Services. It is a one-stop solution for skill building, upskilling in India by learning with the veterans or luminaries from different fields. Shamak Dawar, Alka Yagnik, Salim Merchant, and Subhash Ghai, to name a few. The presenter, Mr. Aman Baldia, co-founder, is a 26-year-old public speaking enthusiast who has started Gyansthan Education Services, an enunciate school of communication with the aim of helping students of India meet their true potential and communication. Sir, I would request you to share your screen with us.
Hello. Hello, students. I hope I'm visible to all of you. I won't be sharing the screen right now. First and foremost, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Agarwal coming up with this excellent idea of a summer fair opportunity for students, especially during this pandemic year where all of us have been confined into our houses and are not getting to do things which we love doing in our vacations, which is going out of the city or maybe playing with our friends. That's why it's imperative that your institutions like yours gives you different opportunities which you can use during this summer program and summer break as well in order to continuously improve yourself holistically. I would also like to thank so many students. I can see so many of you who've joined in this seminar at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. Now, back when I was in school, I had this very simple rule which I used to follow, that post lunch, if there would be any orientation conducted by any individual in my school, I had a policy to follow that I would sleep through half of that. So if you are right now behind your screen sleeping, I don't blame you. I've been there exactly in the same situation where you are right now. So I'll try to keep it as light and as short as possible so that आप सब समझ सके exactly what I'm here to explain you about. So this organization Gyanstan, it's been started by me and this one other individual named Rishabh Shah, who's also the founder and president of this organization called IIMUN, which I'm sure all of you must have heard about. This is a decade-long old organization which is working with your school for I think the last 6, 7, 8 years now. I don't even remember how many years it's been, and has been conducting MUN conferences for all of you on a yearly basis. I used to work in that organization, and over the last 1 decade, both Rishabh and I realized this one thing, कि when we travel to different places all across the country, we realized this one thing, that students all across wanted to become not only doctors, engineers, chartered accountants, which their parents would love them to become, but they also wanted to become the next Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the next Sonu Nigam, the next Ranveer Singh, and so on and so forth. But many a times they did not know what's the right roadmap which they should follow in order to achieve their dreams. In many places, people could not find quality trainers who could come and teach them. Now, I understand it's great, and other panelists also have spoken about various opportunities that they're giving you here, and it's great to learn from people all across the globe. But एक चीज जो reality है, कि there's a lot of difference between things how they work in India and how they work in the rest of the world. अगर सक्सेसफुल होना है इंडिया में, तो इंडिया का एक अलग तरीका है which has to be followed, which may be very different from how professional the rest of the world is. So we thought, why not to bring together people who are from different fields from all across the where they may be performing arts, may it be sports, may it be science and technology. Why not to get different people from India itself who made it at the very top and who are pioneers in their respective field to come together and try to teach students how to become successful in that field. Because quite honestly, if you want to learn how to become a cricketer, how to become a better cricketer and play for Indian cricket team, I don't think there's anyone better than, say, an MS Dhoni to himself tell you about his journey, which you might have seen about a little bit from his movie, but what he went through throughout his life and how can one be successful in the field of cricket. Or if you want to succeed and become a successful singer in India, there won't be someone better than someone who has sung more than 2,500 songs for Bollywood movies named Alka Yagnik to come and teach you how to sing better, but not only the science behind the field, but also share with you her experience about how you can become successful in that field in India. So because of that reason, we brought together this one buffet of different services and different trainers together at this one platform called Gyanstan, where I'm sure a lot of faces which you can see in front of you in the screen right now are very familiar. There is a Salim merchant from Salim Suleiman. You must have seen him judging various Indian Idol shows. He's someone who's going to teach you music theory. What's the logic behind music, what's rhythm, what's melody, what's harmony, things which you can't learn in India, things which you can maybe learn in Berkeley School of Music. Alka Yagnik is going to teach you how to sing properly. Subhash Ghai is going to teach you how to make proper films. Filmmaking is something which he's going to cover. Kunal Vijaykar, someone who's been a food blogger and food writer for almost a decade, had his own show on NDTV, is going to teach you how to be good at culinary arts. There's going to be Shamak Davar, who is considered as the pioneer or the grandfather of contemporary dance in India, who's going to be teaching you how to dance. There's Cyrus Brocha, considered as the funniest man, especially when it comes to English comedy in India, who's going to teach you how to add a sense of humor in your life. Like that, we've brought together this 14, 15 odd individuals and organizations as well. Chess Base India, another organization, has people such as Vishwanath and Anand, who are involved in this process of this organization where they are planning to teach chess to the future generations of India. The idea is very simple, that students get an opportunity not only to learn what it takes to become a good singer when it comes to the different exercises or maybe the different, say, things that you need to know in order to become a good singer, but also teach students how to be successful in that field and how to consider taking up that field professionally as well. And to kick this off, since we've been associated with your school for so many years now, we thought why not to start it with your school itself. So in the first year, we are offering this to only 10 odd schools all across India, and your school is one of them, where we are starting off with one summer program. Now, the summer program is going to be 10-day long. Now, I strictly believe that weekends are supposed to be to have fun. That's why we'll only keep it on weekdays, Monday to Friday for 2 weeks, where over these 10 sessions, trainers from these different fields are going to come together and teach you about their field. But along with that, these faces which you are seeing here on screen will also be coming in and talking to you about how you can make it big in that respective field. Along with that, what's also going to happen is that इंडिया में एक ये बहुत कॉमन चीज है कि हम लोग को हमेशा वी ऑलवेज वांट टू नो द एंड गोल. जब एक गाड़ी भी खरीदने जाते हैं, सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन व्हिच कम्स इन आवर पेरेंट्स माइंड इज कितना देती है और व्हाट्स द माइलेज. So that's why it's very important to know what exactly you're going to get at the end of this program. In each program, we made sure that there's a specific end goal which you'll get to achieve. Example, when it comes to humor, by the end of the program, you will be delivering humorous speeches in front of these in front of Cyrus Brocha in order to make sure that you are able to see visible change in yourself from the 10 days of learning that you've received from the trainers of that field. So that's what's going to happen. And in order to make it accessible for everyone, we've tried to keep it at a very nominal price of 3,500 rupees only per student for opting for any of these programs. Quite honestly, if you go for any event where you would want to meet Cyrus Brocha, you'll have to end up paying much more than that just to see him speak to you for 5 minutes. Here, he's going to come for multiple hours and going to teach you how to be a better comedian and how to add humor to your life. So that's what we are going to try to do here at Gyanstan in order to make sure that all of you get an opportunity to upskill yourself in order to make sure that you can improve in these different fields, whether it is math, whether it is science and technology. Sports sadly can't be done online, so that's not an option right now, but whether it might be singing, whether it might be dancing, whether it might be becoming a musician, whether it might be public speaking as well, whether it might be personality development. We have our different organizations covering all of it. And then again, since IIMAN is something which so many of you already know about, IIMAN itself has also started an academy for international affairs and current affairs in order to help you learn more about what's happening in and around you and how to get further sensitized by what's happening in the world. Along with that, we are also having an academy for financial literacy and entrepreneurship in order to make sure that you get to learn the value of money and how to take the first steps towards becoming an entrepreneur. So that's what Gyanstan is all about. That's why we try to call it a one-stop solution to upskill yourself. And we hope that many of you join us this summer in order to upskill yourself. Now, I understand that since there are so many different fields that we are offering, there might be many questions that you might have in your mind. And that's why what we intend to do, if parents would like to do that, and if students also would like to do that, is to keep a separate session later on in the week in order to make sure that you can understand better about each and every program that we are offering you in order to make sure that you can take a more educated decision about joining us. So on that note, if you have any questions right now, you can ask me on the chat box. I'll be happy to answer them. And once again, would like to take this opportunity to thank the Billabong Group and Mr. Agarwal for giving me this opportunity, this platform to speak to all the students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed full of gyan and very encouraging.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, next we have ISDI. We have next ISDI, School of Design and Innovation, Mumbai, is a forward-thinking design school committed to a new model of cutting-edge design and innovative design, education. Their students have successfully secured work placements and internships with the likes of Zara, Vogue, Microsoft, Manish Mehlotra, etc. We have with us the presenter, Madhuri Patil, Summer School Counselor. Welcome, ma'am. If you could take the platform.
Sure. Hello, everybody. Thank you, ma'am. And I'm thanking Billabong for the wonderful opportunity given to ISDI to showcase the amazing program that we have curated for the students from 8th grade to 12th grade. Most of you may be knowing, if you're in the field of design, that our institute is mainly for undergraduation, that is after 12, but there are a lot of queries that come for students right from the 8th grade to understand how to get into design. And this is what this is the reason we have curated this program. Design is a wonderful field, and there are a lot of queries related to it because not many people, family members or friends are in this field. So what I'll do is I'll quickly start sharing the screen, and then I'll tell you more about the program. If there are any queries, you can put on the chat as well. So I represent ISDI, which is School of Design and Innovation. And the main concept and we have started in 2013, and we are based out of Mumbai, Lower Parel, and in the heart of the corporate area. We are part of a corporate campus, and this is the campus that you can see in short. Right now, we are curating the summer program more on a virtual basis due to the current pandemic, but the students, the learning process that has happened since April of this year has been amazing, and we have been getting amazing response from the students. So in short, there are the topics that we are going to cover in the summer program are going to be about interior design, design thinking, product design, fashion design, all aspects of design, graphic design. So we have started the batches from May, and they're going to go until July. Each batch is for approximately 4 weeks. And as my previous presenter, Mr. Aman, said, the weekends are for the students. So we have kept it from Monday to Friday, 3 hours a day, and it will end in 20 days. So the students have a holistic idea about all sort of design, and it will kind of give them an idea on how each design is important. And later on, if they are interested in pursuing design as a career, they will end up having their own portfolio ready for it. So the schedules that I mentioned are in the month of April, May, June, July, and 2 batches per month. The admission process has started, and if there are any questions, do put in the chat and I'll help you out. So, and the admission fees would be 30,000. And the most important thing is at the end of the session, the students get an international certification from Parsons. And this is going to help them in their career if they want to pursue design, not just at ISD, but at any design school in India or abroad. Admission process has started, and I'm going to quickly run a small video. So I hope the students are able to hear it.
It's not audible.
Did somebody say it's not audible?
Yes, ma'am, it wasn't audible.
Okay, I'll just, what I'll do is
You'll have to click on share computer audio, ma'am, to make it audible for everyone. It'll be there in options above.
hello. I'm so sorry. I think I lost my network for a minute.
Sorry, Madhuri, can we request you to please move on? If the video is not playing, it's fine. We have the flavor of the institution and we know what great work you guys are doing. So may I request you to please move further? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am? Madhuri, ma'am? Ma'am cannot hear, I think.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. If we can move on.
I'll continue.
Yes, yes.
Next, we have Network Capital Summer School. Is the world's largest community for millennials and Generation Z, where they have with their interactions with the best in the field, that the ability to think clearly, read consistently, and speak effectively is crucial for personal and professional development. So their summer schools puts this on the agenda to enhance personal development. We have with us the presenter, Mr. Utkarsh Amitabh, who's the founder of this institution. He is a World Economic Forum Global Shaper, Davos 50, Kivening Fellow at University of Oxford, and an MBA from INSEAD Business School. Utkarsh was a part of the team that built India's first smart village, featured in the Prime Minister's book of Pioneering Innovation. That's indeed wonderful. May we have now Mr. Utkarsh sharing the screen with us, please?
Ma'am, we just got a text from Utkarsh. He won't be able to make it. There's, there's some cross connection. He's been trying to get on board for the last 45 minutes. So if we can please move on with the
yes.
Yes, thank
I'll
you.
request Smriti to continue with the next organization.
Thank you, ma'am. We have with us today OP Jindal University, an institution of eminence, a world-class university ranked as #1 private university in QS rankings. It is the first in India to have its own law college. It's a research-intensive university which is deeply committed to its core institutional values of interdisciplinary and innovative pedagogy. We have with us today Mr. Vishal, who's the Admission Counselor Outreach, and I would request Mr. Vishal to address the audience.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vishal, and I take care of the outreach for India West region. I'm the head of India West region for OP Jindal. And thank you. I would like to thank Billabong School, especially Priti ma'am, for giving this opportunity. I would just share my screen and start with my presentation. I'm hoping my screen is visible. Yes, OP Jindal Global University. Firstly, I want to start. We have been ranked #1 private university. And as I told you in my introduction, I take care of the West region. First, I would also like to thank the Billabong International School, Priti ma'am, for giving this opportunity to interact with so many students. Students, I just wanted to mention a few things. I have been working closely with Priti ma'am recently, and I have seen her. Like she really wants you to learn a lot of things, to get new opportunities, and it is really nice for universities like us to have you, ma'am, and giving us the opportunity. So thank you again. So speaking about the summer program we have, so what OP Jindal University has done, understanding the pandemic situation and what summer program is. Generally, summer program is where students get a taste of what all courses is going to happen in a university. So every student need to understand it is very important, extremely important for you to select the right course after your class 12th, which can direct you to your post-graduation, and it can help you to make a good future. For that, you need a very good university. What OP Jindal has done this year, instead of having a summer school, we are having a summer fest. So we are having a 3 days of summer fest organized by Jindal School of Liberal Arts. Now, what is it? How is it important to all the students? So instead of focusing on a proper career like psychology or maybe a BBA or let's say anything, architecture, what we have done, we have brought technology into our workshops. So we will be, our workshop is from 17th May to 19th May. It's every day at 12:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. Our day 1 is visual thinking, day 2 is art of space, and day 3 is stop motion. All these workshops, okay, includes technology in it. You need to download certain apps. We would be teaching you a lot of things. So I would go through the presentation. With the presentation, students and parents would know how this 3 days of workshop will help. Now, this workshop is for the grade 9 to 12 students. And the best thing is it is completely free. We are not charging anything to the students, parents, anyone. And students are also going to get participation certificates for this. Now, quickly to start with, OP Jindal, as I told you, we have been ranked #1 private university by QS World Ranking. We have been also ranked #1 university in social science, arts and humanities. We have been accredited with Institution of Eminence by Government of India. Now, student, it is very important for you in future. I can see a lot of young faces. So in future, you need to select the right university for you. So we have been accredited with Institution of Eminence. That means we are eligible to compete with world top 500 universities. So that is the kind of faculties syllabus we have in our institution. Now we have been also been ranked #1 and #2 in Swachh Bharat ranking 2017 and 18. This is a little bit brief. And these are the programs in OP Jindal. So I'm sure a lot of students in future will definitely think about the programs, let's say in law, business school, or maybe international affairs and other things. Now coming to the Summer Art Fest. Yes, a Summer Art Fest is from 17th to 19th May. And the first, so you can say day 1, we are having a visual thinking workshop, which will be headed by Professor Akianzi and Sonam Chaturvedi. Second day would be art of space. That would be by Sonam Chaturvedi and Lokesh and Aparna. And third would be stop motion by Akia and Sonam Chaturvedi. So this is the creative for the fest. To join the fest, I would be sharing the link in the chat room afterwards. You can just register for free. I'm also sharing the same email and also WhatsApp with Priti ma'am, so she can share with you. Now, speaking about stop motion workshop, now what is it? For stop motion workshop, we request students to download this app called Stop Motion. And after that, on that app, the workshop enhances the student imagination by integrating photography, 3D object, motion, and synthesizing them digitally through post-production. So we teach you, given the situation, we can see a lot of influencer over, you can say Instagram or Facebook, and you need to learn how this market also works. So we will teach you in this workshop, they will be teaching you about the stop motion videos, how do you make it, how is it going to help you in your studies and careers also. So this is the stop motion workshop for us. So what is the, you can say, attributes? First, the introduction of stop motion animation by seeing work. Then there will be a warm-up activity animated through folder peeping. And then we will ask you to create an animation video. First we will teach you and then we will conduct. So this is the session for stop motion. Now for visual thinking workshop, let me just give you a little brief about what is visual thinking. It is related to the pictures. Now students, it's very important. Not every time there is a video, not every time there is a person speaking to you or communicating. Sometimes the pictures speak for you. And these pictures are being used by different countries, you can say on different level, even at WHO, maybe NASA or anywhere. They have been using the pictures to communicate with the people, to send the message. And it is extremely important for you to know, to understand how this works. So just to give you a brief of the workshop, the students are exposed to the pictures to signboards, news channels, smartphones, and communicate with each other through emoji, photos, and icons. As our culture is becoming increasingly visual, the ability to code and decode images is extremely vital. So that is what I was telling you. We will teach you how to decode the pictures. It is extremely important also in corporates. These days, if you see the marketing department, they have gone on next level. Now, there are no more normal ads or no more normal communication ad by any ad agency. They are using creative methods through which a small picture can communicate with the used thing. So you can see few pictures here. I will just take you through the activities which would happen. So there will be like visual arts education, then contemporary arts drawing, then photo series, and then there will be digital drawing and a lot of things. So this is the visual thinking workshop which will be conducted. Now the third is art of space. That is a very innovative and creative workshop which we have designed for the students. So in art of space, we're going to teach you how do you make a small place, okay, valuable, innovative, you can say useful by using your skills. So if you can just go through that slide, it is very clearly mentioned. The proximity between art and architecture emphasize our perception of awareness, the human dimension of the element of the visual composition, and intrinsic values of spatial and formal qualities that stimulate our senses and emotions. In simple words, we are going to teach you how do you use your imagination to create a space or to develop a space into something which people would love to see, into something which people can understand. So I will not take much time of you. So the things which we will conduct or you can say have in this program is, first is the build space. Second is understanding the form, space and function. Third is the art of with the built environment. And then the activity of space making, daily object, digital, physical and collage making. So these are the things which will be covered with us. Now, student, why do you need these 3 workshops? I understand everybody is looking in future for different course, but these 3 workshops are going to cover each and everything which is required in you. It is not your intellectual skills every time, but it is also your creative skills. It is also your imagination skills, which you need to develop in whichever field you go. You go in finance, let's say, yes, even for parents, I'm sure a lot of parents are attending it. You go in HR department, you go in marketing, you go in supply chain, anywhere. You need to be creative, you need to be innovative. And that is what we are going to cover in this 3 days workshop. So student, if there is any questions, I'm happy to take ahead. I am sharing the registration link for all the 3 days of workshop. It is completely free. We will be giving the certificates and feel free to get in touch with me. Again, thank you Billabong School for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was very informative and a very unique opportunity for our students. In fact, I, as a teacher, am excited to take on the Art of Space program with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the next university with us is Shulini University. It is a top-ranked Himachal Pradesh university for bioengineering and management services. It has a research-based campus that kindles great ideas and inspires out-of-the-box thinking. A university with a difference where students learn to succeed in life. We have with us here Ms. Avni Khosla, the Vice President of Shulani, who looks after the financial aid and admissions. Welcome, Avni, ma'am, and please take the platform.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Smriti. I'm just going to share my screen and then we'll start. Okay, so I can see lots and lots and lots of kids. It's really exciting. I can see Pankhuri, I can see Avanya on my screen. I can see Atharv. I can see so many kids. I think there's somebody called Anusha and she's wearing her headphones, and I think some of them are really seriously looking into all of this. So guys, my name is Avni and I'm here to take you through two very exciting summer workshops from Shulani University. Now the picture that you see on the screen, this is our campus. It's really sad that we have the pandemic going on. Otherwise, we would have loved to host each and every one of you on our campus in Himachal. So this is an aerial view of our campus. So we are in the middle of a beautiful pine forest. It's been raining since morning. The weather is lovely. And I feel bad for all the kids who are stuck in hot weather in Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore. For all the parents who have joined us today, I will quickly take you through about Shulani. So we are 11 years old in operations. We are the only university in India which was founded and continues to be run by academicians. So our Vice Chancellor is the ex-Vice Chancellor of the Palampur Agricultural University, Professor Atul Khosla. He's a professional. He used to work with McKinsey and now he's the Vice Chancellor. I am one of the Vice Presidents and I also look at financial aid. I studied at Delhi University and I did a course in literature honors. We also have a lot of other professionally sound people who are managing the campus. We are a small university, so every student, is very, very important to us. We almost live like a family. Just about 3,800 students on campus, multidisciplinary. So we teach everything from science to arts to management to research, completely UGC accredited and NAC accredited. In fact, we are really top ranked when it comes to NIRF and QS. We, in fact, are the youngest university which ever cracked into the Asia QS rankings, which was last year. So quickly on to the workshops now, and I can see Lavanya smiling. I've got two workshops for you here. One is decoding creativity, learning from the masters. And let me just tell you why creativity is so important. So creativity is important because research tells us that creativity makes people happy. Creativity is also important because if you think about civilization, we have moved from stone tools to fire, to bows and arrows, to the wheel, nuclear weapons, space science, computers, and the internet. And this has only and only happened due to inventions. And these inventions are a testimonial to our creativity. But what happens at school? You learn history, you learn science, mathematics, other languages, other chapters, but something which is the most important thing, something which is the most important chapter for creating knowledge, which is creativity, is something which is always left out. And that's the reason we are bringing this workshop to you. Dr. Ashu is the Director of Learning at Shulani University. She did her management education from ISB Hyderabad, but then she also wanted to become a doctor. So she went ahead and did a degree in medicine from IGMC. She loves to listen to Hindustani classical music. She translates poems from Hindi to English and vice versa. She's also written a book on creativity, and she also runs her own company. So this is what I was telling you about creativity. Research proves that creativity makes us feel happy. How many of you have gone on a Sunday and made a drawing, sketched something, cooked something in the kitchen? I'm sure it leaves you a little more happy than the usual days. Creativity also makes you more self-fulfilled. And when we do something creative, we feel more content. And that's the reason during the summer workshop, we want each of you to experience some of these things and join the creativity workshop. So about the workshop, what are we going to do? It's going to be a fun workshop. There is no study, there is no technology, there is no gadgets. It's just you and a teacher on an online platform. You are going to learn about creativity. You are going to learn how to be creative in your day-to-day lives. And you are going to practice something which is called everyday creativity. So creativity is not something जो बहुत मुश्किल है, समझ नहीं आता है, कहाँ करेंगे, छोटा सा घर है, सामान कहाँ से लाएंगे, अभी तो कोविड है, right? Creativity is very simple. From what you have in your homes, what your parents allow you to do, you can be creative within your own house. And the workshop is going to be very simple. We are going to give you some examples. So for example, let's say, who are the most creative people on the planet? There are painters, there are writers, there are musicians, there are people who create sculptures. Why are they creative? They are creative because they think very deeply when they want to create something. For example, if I want to write a novel, I will think very, very deeply about the lives and circumstances of my characters. If I am a musician, if I want to become a musician, मैं बहुत ध्यान से कान लगा के सारे सुर और सारे ताल सुनूंगी और मैं समझने की कोशिश करूंगी that how music is made, why a certain piece of music is special. You will learn all these techniques from these kind of creative people. We will give you examples of writers and musicians and painters. You will learn different techniques because creativity is different in every sphere of life. जिस तरीके से एक पेंटर सोचता है उस तरीके से एक राइटर नहीं सोचता. The way a musician thinks is not the way the same way a sculptor thinks. So we are going to teach you different kinds of thinking about creativity. And after 2 workshops, on the last day, we will assess your creative idea and see whether it has originality, whether it can actually be made into a patent. There'll be a small jury, they will judge your ideas. And at the end of the workshop, you will also get something which is called a creativity guide. So this guide is something which is going to be with the rest of your life. You can use it. And we are hoping, as it has happened in other workshops with our students, we are hoping that slowly, when you practice creativity every day in your life, and you will possibly be able to make a hobby or a profession out of it. So that's our creativity workshop, which is going to be taken care of by Ashu ma'am. Okay. Now we have another workshop for all of you, which is around theater. Again, it's a fun workshop. Again, no technology, no gadgets. Summer workshops is about fun. You have all the time in the world to teach yourself physics, chemistry, and mathematics. This is just to make you people feel the fun of being alive, feel the fun of doing something, exciting with your friends. So this is called Poetics of Acting. हम सब घर पे acting करते हैं. We need something from our parents. We act. We don't want to eat something. We act. We fight with our friends. We don't do homework. The whole life stage is about acting. But did you know that when you learn skills of acting, it makes you more and more confident. It helps you to face the world. It helps you to be better in engaging with your audience. It helps you in your personal relationships. It makes you more empathetic towards people. And it also gives you a very, very important skill in life that is called observation skills. So the workshop on theater is going to be taken by Ankur Bashar. He's a director, designer, performer, and a playwright. He is also an alumnus of the National School of Drama. So for all the parents and students who are here, let me tell you, every year, National School of Drama only picks up 60 students across the country. So getting into National School of Drama is a very, very big achievement. So Ankur Bashar is an alumnus of National School of Drama. He teaches performing arts at Shulini University. During the lockdown itself, he has directed 3 plays, all with the students on campus. He's written other plays called Swar Vyanjan and Maranjan, Chaukidar Ko Kisne Mara, Ghatotkaach. He's done a lot of English and Hindi plays also. And he's going to be teaching you something about theater. So as I said, it's going to be a fun workshop. You will learn the basics about theater, about acting. You will enhance your confidence. You will learn how to express yourself better. I know students express themselves all the time, but it will just enhance your skills. And it will also tell you how to face a large audience. At the end of the workshop, you will also be creating a lot of creative content, which you can then show off to your friends and family. So there's going to be a series of creative prompts where you will learn how to create creative music, videos, still images, and other kinds of creative content. And at the end of the workshop, you will know what is acting. You will understand how to select a piece of music and build a creative story around it. You will also learn how to observe the family members around you, because right now, the only thing that we have is our family and is our house. How do you convert your house into a studio? How do you use the space in the house as theater? So that's what you're going to learn. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to, worry about getting any props. Everything which is in your house becomes your stage, becomes your theater, becomes your props. And you are going to put yourself in the shoes of your loved ones. We will give you a chance to become your mummy, your daddy, your elder brother, younger sister, and there'll be something that you will create by observing them very, very closely. So I'm very excited. All of lovely kids out here, all the teachers, all the parents, we would love to see you guys in one of our exciting workshops. We are going to leave these details with the principal of Billabong School. And if there's anything else you would like to know, I'm around for a while, and you can please post your questions in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was a brilliant presentation. And, your university is beautiful, said amidst verdant greenery. I'm sure the students would love to, go there very soon. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Smriti. Thank you so much.
So now we have with us the next participant, Tribes for Good. It is a new age platform, bridging the talent gap for social enterprises. They run summer programs for students. Online, Young Changemaker, their global challenger and social justice programs help tap the student potential for social action, fostering huge impact. They are based across multiple geographies, India, Dubai, UK, and Australia. We have with us today Ms. Mandeep Kaur, founder and program director. Welcome, Ma'am Mandeep, and the platform is all yours now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Avni. It was a wonderful program. And I love the view that I can see. Like, it's so nice for all of us to see so much greenery. Wonderful program. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Mandeep. I'm the founder and program director of Tribes for Good. Today, I'll be talking about social entrepreneurship and community service. And our programs are specifically focused on students from grade 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So if you fall into that category, so I would urge you to listen to us closely. As of now, we don't really have programs for very young students. I'm sure we will change that gradually. I have a small presentation that I have created for all of you. I'm just going to quickly share my screen so that all of you can see as well as listen to me when I talk. So like ma'am mentioned, who are we? We are basically a new age platform that helps you discover, learn, and contribute to issues that you care about while bridging the talent gap for social enterprises. So we are basically a social enterprise which looks at twofold objective. On one side, we work with nonprofits and social enterprises in India. We primarily work in Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore in India, wherein we work directly with the organizations on things like teaching, marketing, operations, and even creating websites and SEO for the organizations. On the other hand, we work with individuals like, most of the students who are here in the call today. So we work with young students, we work with college students and professionals, wherein they work on small projects which are in the Global Challenges and Social Justice Program. So let me show you what the program is all about. We basically have been able to convert all our programs online now. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, our plans, going to the field this year is also not going to work out. And I'm going to address this crucial question about, how do you do virtual community service? When you think about helping people, the first thing that comes to your mind is that you need to be out there on the ground working with the people that you want to help. So I'll help you address that. In case there are any specific questions, you can always email me. I will drop my email ID in the chat box so you can set up a time with me. So in this summer, we are running 2 programs. Our programs are actively, we get participants from Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and even cities like Lucknow and Kanpur. So the program is focused on global challenges and social justice. This is specifically for high school students who have a passion or who might be passionate about multiple projects but are not really sure, which one to pick. So the first thing that we do is we help them identify an area that they are passionate about. So we do it through the following steps. The process for the same is brainstorming. So when a student comes to us, they might say, listen, I am interested in education. I'm interested in poverty. I want to focus on climate change. So we try to narrow it down and say, okay, let's pick up one cause and start working on the same. That is the first bit. The second part is we organize workshops wherein we get facilitators who are social entrepreneurs, who are running their own organizations, come and talk to the students. So these are sessions just like the way we are doing right now. The third thing that we do is we have been able to convert all our offline field visits into online field visits. Just like the Zoom call, just like the Zoom call is happening. So what we do is we are partnered with different nonprofits who have access to technology. So they have access to laptops, smartphones, as well as, desktops if needed. And they, most importantly, they have internet. So through technology, we are able to showcase the work of the nonprofit to the students online. So that is what happens in the second step. The third step is when students starts working on their own action project or community project, wherein they are not only giving back to the community, but also building on skills like leadership, initiative, and making a difference. The last part of the program is a pitch, wherein the students need to come and make a crisp pitch, which is presented to an expert panel. The panel is generally comprised of leadership experts as well as social entrepreneurs who give insights to the students. So not only are you giving back, but you also help develop your leadership skills. Let me show you a few projects that we are working on, the themes that we provide during the summer program. The work that we do heavily focuses on women. So if you are someone who wants to focus on gender, we have a lot of projects for you. So starting from health to financial independence, to even talking about technology on entrepreneurship, we have a program for the same. If you are someone who wants to focus just on technology, you just love it. So we have programs like wherein, you focus on explaining Google Pay, Paytm to women from our partner nonprofits. Apart from that, you also focus on content creation, which is in regional languages. So if you are someone who's very good at Hindi, we need you. So those are the programs that will be really suitable for you, wherein not only are you teaching them, but you're also coming up with content, which is a content resource, which will be used by not only one organization, but multiple organizations. We also focus a lot on safety for women. And this project, unfortunately, because of COVID, is stopped now. So I'm going to skip this. We focus a lot on environmental sustainability. We talk about electronic waste. How can you link electronic waste to education? So which means that there is so much, so much digital divide that is happening in India right now. If you are a person, you feel that, okay, I want to help students. I want them to study, students from low income families or government school in your neighborhood. I would encourage you to run crowdsourcing campaigns wherein you can look at smartphones, tablets, which are lying around in different households. So either you can do that, you can also run a crowdfunding campaign. And if you want to take it forward, you can even design a low cost tablet, which can be pitched to multiple organizations. Over here, you can see this picture of one of our students, Amanya. She's from an international school in Mumbai. She's from grade 10. And right now she's using two devices. One is her smartphone and the second is a laptop, wherein she's teaching the women of one of our partner organizations how to use online payment wallets. We also focus a lot on STEM and gender, wherein we are encouraging students specifically from the low income families to take up science and technology as a subject, and also mapping careers apart from engineering, which are easily available and accessible to them. So if you look at it, we have wide variety of themes that are available with us. We are taking applications for the next batch. The next batch is going to be starting from 25th May. And after that, it's going to start from 1st June, 15th June. So what it means is that we have programs for the month of June as well as July. The way we do these is there's an application form. So I'm going to leave you with an application form. The steps are you fill the application form followed by a phone interview wherein we will fix up a small video call with you, try to understand what are you passionate about and see if you are a good fit for the program. So this is what we do at Tribes for Good. I'm just going to quickly show you one video of one of our students so you can understand the work that we are doing. So just give me a second.
Hi, I'm Ritu, and ever since I joined Young Changemakers, I was able to see all of my hopes turn into reality. I think I learned that anyone can make a change, no matter what their age or how big of an impact it is. In the end, it's small steps like these that truly develop into life-changing moments for everyone. I really love working with teenagers across India, and I wouldn't have normally gotten such a chance, but now I think I made best friends for life. I've learned so many new skills in management, advertising, promotion, social media awareness, website development, and so many more. I think the amount of exposure I've gotten from the Young Changemakers program will really help me in the future. Pursuing a passion is something everyone strives to do, and this program has really helped me to do so. We decided that this project was never going to end. We planned to create so much more awareness about animal welfare by creating an ebook and opening up more crowdfunding campaigns. We've already taken the first step by creating a website with articles on animal welfare and how you can help. In the end, knowing that I could do something on my own to contribute to the aid of animals was quite literally one of the best feelings I've had so far, and I'm only planning on making it last forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this is me, Mandeep Kaur from Tribes for Good. I am going to give you all the details in the chat box.
Welcome everyone to the Tribes for Good annual fundraiser 2020.
I'm sorry.
This is
sorry, the next video started playing. So yeah, so this is Mandeep. I'm going to give you all the details in the chat. Thank you so much for listening to me.
That was indeed very enlightening. Thank you so much, ma'am Mandeep. I'm sure, there's lots to learn for our children, especially empathy. And I'm sure they should enroll for this program because it's great for their personal development. So thank you so much. And we also have with us the University of Queensland, Brisbane, Australia. It is a research intensive institution in the top universities worldwide, offering choice and opportunities in undergraduate and postgraduate learning. This university has a host of success stories and felicitations already tucked under their belt. So we have with us today Anaga Shetty, recruitment advisor, and I would request Ma'am Anaga to take the platform and enlighten our audience with all the information that you have about the university.
Thank you so much, Ms. Smriti. Let me just quickly share my screen. Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone who's present here today and who's been patiently waiting and attending the session for the past hour and a half. I've never presented to such young children before. It's so nice to see some bright, young, happy faces. So my name is Anaga Shetty and I'm from the University of Queensland. I want to present the summer opportunities that we have with us this year. I do need to let you all know that this is going to be available only to year 11 and year 12 students. And, but everyone else that's present here, hopefully you'll enjoy the presentation. All right, so for those of you who don't know who UQ is or what we are a group of 8 university, and a group of 8 university is a cohort of 8 universities in Australia that are research extensive. We're fairly large. We have over 53,500 students on campus. We have 3 big campuses, 6 different faculties. We have over 6,000 staff, and about 20,000 international students. Just wanted to show you an aerial view of what our main campus, I think Lucia campus looks like. So everything that you can see around the river, this little island-like structure, is our St. Lucia campus. In fact, we have been deemed the 11th most beautiful campus in the entire world. When it comes to global rankings, I'm sure most of you are familiar with the QS World Rankings. So we are a world top 50. We ranked number 46. So in 2019, we were 48, 2020, 47, and 2021, we've been ranked number 46. Just goes to show that we're getting better and better every year. And we ranked number 2 in Australia as per the academic ranking of world universities. When it comes to research, our researchers are answering some of the world's toughest questions. We are number 1 in the country for research, and 100% of our research fields are above world standards. In fact, UQ research highlights include Gardasil, which is the world's first cervical cancer vaccine, which was created by the Faculty of Medicine and has estimated a 90% reduction in the HPV infection rates in several different countries. Something else that we're extremely proud of is the MRI technology that was invented at the University of Queensland, which is used in almost 70% of the MRI technologies across the world now. All right, so just a few other things about the university really quickly. We are ranked number 1 in our state for graduate employability. We have won the most national teaching awards in the entire country. And we have a 5-star student rating, which means when students are studying with us, they believe they have a really good work, life, and study balance. And of course, we have won the Best University Employer Partnership Award because everything that we teach you on campus at UQ is 100% relevant in the real world. Something that we're really, really proud of, and this is exactly what I want to be presenting to all the year 11, year 12 students, is our entrepreneurship and innovation hub. So we have something known as Idea Hub, which is available to every single student that is, every single UQ student on campus. It is a mentorship program that we've divided into 3 different stages, where students get to realize, or rather make their dream a reality. Now, what we've done last year, we've had 2 sessions where we have brought that from UQ to India. It's known as the India Future Founders. It's an entrepreneurship boot camp for year 11 and 12 students. For all of you that have always been having this itch of wanting to do something by yourselves, but you haven't really had the platform to do so or the right mentorship, this is what we want to do for you. We've had this run twice very, very successfully last year. And this year, what we're going to do is we're going to make it slightly bigger. So it's going to be called Q Labs this year. It's a global student community with world-class resources that's going to be available to you. You're going to be networking and competing with over 200 students across the best schools in the country. You'll be able to solve local, national, and global issues. And most importantly, this is a 7-month certified program. It's going to be inclusive of masterclasses from founders and experts at UQ, and they're also going to have self-directed activities. Now, at the end of this, the 7-month engagement, all students are going to be given the opportunity to make a video of what their idea is. The top 20 ideas are going to receive an additional month's mentorship from UQ experts, and then you're going to have you're going to be able to present your ideas on a global platform. If we want to know a little bit more about the different things that we do at UQ, y'all can feel free to check out our web pages. And I just need to let all of y'all know that expressions of interest need to come from your school. So I'm happy to get in touch with a teacher from the school, and we can work out how many teams and how many students we can have participate in this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am Anaga. It was a very valuable information for all our students. Thank you so much. And we have with us now Network Capital Summer School. It is the world's largest community for millennials and Generation Z, where they can have interactions with the best in the field. The ability to think clearly and consistently and speak effectively is crucial for personal and professional development. So their summer schools puts a lot of stress on enhancing personal development. So we have with us Miss Vanya from Network Capital Summer Schools, and I would request her to come and share her screen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Just give me a second. Yeah, thank you. Um, so as so essentially, before I get to the summer school, I'd like to walk you through a little bit more about Network Capital. Network Capital was set up about 4 to 5 years ago with a very simple idea that everyone has something to learn and something to share. And with that, we've established one of the world's largest community for millennials and Gen Z to learn from each other and get good career advice. What does this really mean? This means that every time you have any questions about what you want to do next, areas of work you want to do. So we hear so many people want to build careers in tech, want to understand how public policy works, but knowing what it actually means is fairly difficult. And so with that, we thought the Network Capital Summer School will provide a place where Network Capital will provide a place where millennials and Gen Z can come and share this. While we did this, we also got an opportunity to work with Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission. A lot of your schools might right now have Atal Tinkering Labs where you can go in and pick up new areas of interest, tinker around, find new projects to work on, pick up hard skills and learn how Arduino circuits are made, or pick up soft skills and understand how business pitches and decks are made. And when we started working with Niti Aayog, we got an opportunity to interact with school students. So today, Network Capital, as a part of its partnership with Niti Aayog, provides mentoring to about 1.6 million students across India. And the process of providing this mentoring and interacting with students helped us realize one thing, which is that in this remote first learning environment, a lot of curiosities of learning have been lost out. I mean, if I were to speak to the parents or to the older students who are here today who've had the opportunity to study at school, so many of your learning and fun things happened in class when you weren't necessarily studying maths, physics, or history, but actually trying out different things that you enjoyed, maybe participating in that debating competition that seems different. And that's what essentially our goal for the Network Capital Summer School is. We want to have a space where everyone, each student can come and learn for the fun of learning. We want each student to know how different things happen in life throughout history. And we do it in a very uniquely Network Capital way. That is, that we try to get the best faculty members out there that exist to come teach you. So right now, for the first cohort of our summer school itself, we have people who work at big tech companies like Facebook and Google who'll come in and talk to you about what technology is. We hear people talk about artificial intelligence and blockchain being the new things, but what does artificial intelligence or blockchain really mean? What does having a career in this space mean? What does learning this really mean? I know as a child, I loved poetry and literature. So for those like me, we have poets like Dr. Anamika, she's a Sahitya Academy Award winner, as well as multiple other poets and authors coming in and teaching these things to students. So essentially the 1 month long summer school that Network Capital is curating will focus on, most importantly, the ability to think deeply and critically. Um, the pandemic, if it has taught us anything, is our ability to navigate difficult times with resilience. And to be able to do that, to think well, is one of the most important skills that students can learn. That said, communication and expression is equally important, for which we'll be focusing on the ability to speak and write well. And reading as a fun byproduct of all of this. At the end of the summer school, each student will essentially walk away with a small TED talk that they would have given on an area of interest that they have. They would have published an article expressing their interests and curiosities. And they'll be doing the capstone project, in which we'll be matching them with different mentors on the Network Capital platform. And if you're curious to know who our mentors are, you can just go on to networkcapital.tv and go on to the masterclasses section. Essentially, anyone who's hosted a masterclass for Network Capital is a prospective mentor, and we'll be matching the students to them based on their interests. And finally, they would hopefully have walked away through this Network Capital summer school experience with an interest in learning and a curiosity to try new and different things. Right now, a lot of education obviously focuses on the more practical and tangible aspects of learning. But with our summer school, we want to bring back some of the joy and fascination, curiosity that learning entails as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vanya. It was very informative. I'm sure children would love to, join some of these programs. So students, thank you. Students seem to be very excited, and I can see that from the questions in the chat section. They are very, very eager to join all these programs. And dear students, some of these are a lifetime golden opportunity that should not be missed. There were certain specific questions initially, to the Big Red Group and to Gyanstan. And thank you, Mr. Rishi, and thank you, Mr. Aman, for already answering that in the chat section. And Ms. Neha Modi and Ms. Avni Khosla, Mr. Vishal Acharya, they've already shared their website details. So children, in case you have some more questions, I think you have the contact details. I would request the other participants and organizations also to share the same in the chat section. Students can log into their websites, and I'm sure the other questions will be answered. And the questions that are still unanswered will be taken up by the school teachers. So children, you can contact us, and we will help you to join the programs that you wish to. And more details will also be shared in your class groups.
Thank you, Smriti. Thank you, Ms. Bomik. And thank you to all the presenters. A very big thank you. And I think it was really spellbinding. I have not moved an inch from my chair for the last 1.5 to 2 hours. These are phenomenal opportunities, and it makes you think if you were a student once again, and you would get an opportunity to explore and relive the options that you stand by today. So a very big thank you, and I hope all the children and parents are listening in, and a big round of reactions really is in wait. So if everybody can please give a thumbs up or a clap for an astounding session of presentations by the wonderful presenters today. So have a great afternoon, and many thanks for making the time to join us on Friday. Many, many thanks to all. Thank you.